Be safe, safe. Be safe, safe.
Hi, it's Doug. Are you a fan of donuts? Well, I'm standing outside a donut shop near my house. Look at the size of this. Isn't that huge? We got a question about donuts this week from someone named Connell. So let's give him a call now.
Hi, Doug.
Hi, Connell.
I have a question for you. How did donuts get their name?
That's a great question. Why do we call donuts donuts? To be honest, we could have called them anything. We could have called them schmoopladoops, or we could have called them donuts. Why? Why donut? What's so interesting about questions like this is how do you figure out how anything came to be called what it's called? To solve this kind of mystery, there's a secret tool. This thing. It's awesome. It's a special kind of book. Now, you might know that a dictionary is a book that has every word in our language, and you can look up any word, and it tells you how to spell it and what that word means. This thing, it's a special kind of dictionary. It's called an etymology dictionary. Now, let me tell you what that means. I wish it had a better name. Etymology means the story of a word. So this doesn't tell you what a word means. Instead, if you look up a word in this book, it tells you the story of the word. It tells you why we chose to call the word that word.
You already know where it is. Kia of Bradley. Watch me drive. Watch me safe, safe. Watch me drive, drive. Watch me safe, safe.
So what I can do is I can look up donut in the etymology dictionary. And here we get our first clue. Now, you might have seen donut spelled like this, D-O-N-U-T, right? That's how a lot of people spell it today. But donut is sometimes spelled like this. And this is how it used to be spelled. Does that give you any clues? Just by looking at the word, can you tell where at least part of the word donut comes from? Now would be a good time to pause the video if you want to take a guess.
No!
Heard of dough before. Donuts are made of dough. It's the same stuff we use to make bread. So that's the dough part. But now what about the second part of that word, nut? A donut doesn't look like a nut. What's it got to do with a nut? It seems like nothing. But if you look in the etymology dictionary, it tells us donuts weren't always a thing. They were introduced from the Dutch, a people who live in Europe, who called them olliekoeks. Now that's Dutch for oil cake. It's dough that you fry in oil, which makes it become cake. So you got oil cake.
You already know where it is. Kia of Bradley. Watch me drive. Watch me safe, safe. Watch me drive, drive. Watch me safe, safe. Now at Kia of Bradley, save with zero payments until spring 2017 plus 0% APR on new Kia models, all backed by the Bradley bonus. Watch me drive. Watch me safe, safe. Watch me drive, drive. Watch me safe, safe.
Want to join my free gift card giveaway?
No!
Now that name didn't catch on for them. So why would we start calling them donuts? Well, notice what those original Dutch donuts looked like. Do you notice how they don't have a hole in them, do they? There's no hole. We think of donuts as round with a hole in it. I mean, if it doesn't have that, it's not a donut, right? But it turns out the hole came later. You see, instead, donuts used to look like this, a round glob of dough. A lot of people thought that the shape of this looked like a nut, almost like an almond. So the name became donut, because it's a fried ball of dough that seemed to be in the shape of a nut.
Watch me drive. Watch me safe, safe. Watch me drive, drive. Watch me safe.
There you have it. All of this thanks to the special tool, the etymology dictionary, a book that tells you the story of a word. What other words do you think would be interesting to look up in an etymology dictionary? Well, if you want to look up any word, here's an etymology dictionary online that you can go to etymonline.com. That's all for this week's question. Thanks, Colin.